And Helen, looking forward to your stories later. We had an extraordinary...
Mate, I might stay a bit closer to home and tell you a story about the Queen today. But you've got the hairs on the back of my neck standing up talking about The Shining.
Yes.
We used to stay in a hotel that looked just like The Shining. This hotel in Alaska just looked exactly like it. And once it was in our heads,
yes,
everybody pretended they were fine. But if you were ever in the corridor on your own, you ran like Usain Bolt. So it ended up just being like a herd of elephants because everyone was like, oh, in my room.
Over in the...
We had nervous, but we had generous.
Excellent.
Very good.
Well done.
Anything else?
Overuse.
Overuse?
Is there? Yes. As in, I overused the word fantastic. Well done.
Nicely. Very good.
Pause for 5.
Yes.
Yes. Soupy, soapy. Just a couple.
Oh.
Very good, both.
Now, what else have we got over there? Miss Skelton.
Surnames.
Yes.
Excellent. It's there for 8.
Yeah.
And there is a 9 there. It's not something you would want to have. Aneurysms. You spell it with a Y, but you can spell it with an I as well.
Very good.
It's more common with the Y.
Aneurysm. Now, what have you got for us? Out of this extraordinary, you're a young woman, and yet you've achieved so much.
You're making me blush. I'm never going to leave. My head's very, very lucky on Blue Peter because, like Countdown, we've been around quite a while, and so we have a relationship with Buckingham Palace, and we've been lucky that we've been invited a few times. I had just completed a high wire walk at Battersea Power Station, so it was an epic windy day. I did this walk, and then a couple of days later we went along to Buckingham Palace, and everybody says to you, you don't look at the Queen, you don't ask her a question, you speak if you're spoken to, but basically, Helen, she's far too busy and important to talk to you. So just stand over. I was actually told, just stand over there and don't break anything. So, OK. So I'm stood in the corner, minding my own business, you know, quite the Queen's in the room, and she comes straight over to me and she said, "Dear, do you do your own stunts?"
Oh, fantastic.
Well, so many people had said she won't speak to you. I couldn't get anything out, and I just sort of stood there and went, yes. And then she sort of looked at her lady-in-waiting and sort of went, OK then, and walked away. And to this day, I always think, why didn't I have something interesting or witty to say back? I just stumbled around and groped for the word yes and finally got there.
Brilliant stuff. But
yeah. So obviously there's 4 chimneys, and I went from the river to the back, so it was about 120 metres along and 60 plus from the ground. But the funny thing about that was I learnt in this idyllic little village in France how to walk on a high wire. And I'd only ever learned on a low wire that was straight. We get to Battersea and the wire was dipped. Yeah. And I said, what's going on here? I've got to walk downhill and uphill. And he went, oh yeah, we didn't want to tell you that, but the towers are so fragile that we couldn't put the wire taut. We had to dip it. And if the towers start to fall, this is the route that you run. Oh, I certainly was then.
Brilliant.
As soon as I got off, I wanted to do it again. Yeah.
Really?
Setting off, I hated it. I took 3 steps and then tried to get off the wire. And everyone said, I could hear him. I had an earpiece in, I could hear the camera going, oh, look at her, she's milking it, she's going backwards. I was like, oh, my God, I don't like it.
A drinker.
Oh, no, you need one. And keratin, which is the protein that you'll find in hair follicles and hooves, I think.
Nails, yeah, indeed.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Well
Very
done.
good.
Coating.
Yeah.
Coaxing.
Yes.
But nothing longer.
Acting, well done.
Bodies. Happy enough?
Very happy.
What else have we got over there? Helen.
There's a 7, disrobe.
Disrobe.
Saming.
Susie, anything interesting?
Dowsing.
Yes.
Yes, searching for water underground.
Yeah.
That was our best, actually, at 7.
See-through.
And finally, a far larger ball was devised by the Montgolfier brothers in...
6. What else have we got over in the corner there, Helen?
Merino. It's a sheep, isn't it?
Yeah.
But is it...
Is it capital M?
No, it's not capital N. And you can have merinos.
Nothing longer. Figure, which is 6.
Yep.
Anything from Susie?
No.
Both of you tomorrow, Susie, and the daring-do stories of Helen, Helter-Skelter, Skelton. See you tomorrow.
Sounds like a comic, that, doesn't it?
Brilliant.
Obviously doing all these really tough things.
No, it's awful.
I know.
It's tough in the...
It makes me laugh. She says this. I'm looking at you doing those numbers and I'm thinking, how's she doing that? Where's the